Hello and welcome to the show. I am your host, Jake Johnson, and you're watching Untethered Live. Chill stream, Wednesday night, coming to you live from the internet, from my brain right through all these wires and through the camera and through the multiple cities between you and me, and then out of your computer and right into your own brain. Yeah, it's kind of gross if you think about it. Creepy. Either way, we're here and we're doing it. What's happening, everybody? It has been raining all day long. How's it where you are? Is it raining cats and dogs? Have you stepped outside and stepped in a poodle? I know I have. I mean, when I got up this morning, it was raining. When I went to bed, it's raining. Well, I hadn't been to bed, but when I go to bed, it'll be raining. Almost done cooking. Well, all right. When you get done cooking, eat. That's my suggestion. Eat and be merry. Drink and be merry. Have a snack, get fat, and be merry. Either way, be merry. How are you doing this fine evening? Is it raining in the big GA? Because it's raining here. Not hard, not obnoxiously, but just a steady drizzle all day, nonstop. I guess we need it, but cold and rain don't go well together. Tends to make the joints stiffen up, you know what I mean? I had me a hamburger and a Twinkie, and I'm ready to rock and roll. Had a nice long day today at work. Worked all day, which is rare these days. Big jobs. Christmas is gearing up, so everybody's ordering. It's always lovely. I like to see the boxes stack up because I'm thinking, money, 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 money. It ain't my money, but somebody's making it. And as long as they're happy, I'm happy. We had a decent weekend on the podcast. Had a good Sunday and Monday. Cheese Bear was with me most of Monday. Everybody else watched afterwards, I guess. We got quite a few views on the video. Not as many as I'd like, but more than I deserve. So I guess that's good. Monday was kind of a slow day. See if we can't do better today. Friday will be my birthday, for those of you paying attention. That day, I am going to work as usual, but then I'm going to go to my sister's and have dinner. This cooked homemade dinner just for me. It's going to be delicious. Can't wait. I'm excited about it. I'm willing to bet there's going to be fried chicken involved, cornbread, maybe some collard greens and some purple hull peas if I'm lucky. My mouth is watering just thinking about it. Only twice a year I get a good home-cooked meal, and one of those days is mandatory, so that's Thanksgiving and my birthday. But the thing about Thanksgiving is not only do you get a home-cooked meal, but you get a week of leftovers. So that's always good. You're making burritos. That sounds good. Are you doing it with the refried beans, or are you just doing it just straight up beef and cheese? I like the taste of the refried beans. I'm not having a stroke. I can talk. Refried beans. I like the taste of those. One of my favorite meals I eat about at least once a week is taco salad. And it's got beef and refried beans and lettuce and tomatoes, and they put guacamole in it, but I always get extra sour cream and do away with the guacamole because I don't like guacamole. And sour cream. You're allergic to beans. Beans in general or any particular one? What about peas? Can you eat peas? I've never heard of a bean allergy. Unless you count peanuts. I've heard of that. But I think those are peas, not beans, categorically speaking. I mean, it's in the name, peanut. Legumes. I don't know what a legume is. I think you might be making words up again. Is that every bean falls under the legume category, or is it just certain beans? Big ones, little ones, brown ones, green ones? Okay. Makes sense. I mean, it doesn't make any sense at all, but I understand. I can't imagine something as delicious as a bean causing an allergic reaction. It might be something else going on there that's causing that. I don't know. I don't know how to classify allergic reaction. I've recently in the last few years grown a healthy distrust for the medical system at large, and I've second guessed many of the things that they classify because they don't make sense, don't add up. And I'm wondering if a allergic reaction may not be caused by something else other than the thing that's causing the allergic reaction. Don't know. I do know one thing. In certain parts of the country, MS is prevalent. There's way more people get MS in this area than anywhere else, multiple sclerosis. And one guy went down and had all the metal taken out of his mouth from dentistry work, and his MS went away. It was something else. There's a reason he had to have his teeth removed, but he had a bunch of dental fillings and stuff. But when they took the metal out of his mouth, his MS went away. So they tried it again with a different person, and sure enough, their MS went away. Come to find out, the metal that the dentist was using was causing MS. So things like that. That's not MS. That's a reaction to the leaking of metal into your system. Hey, April, how are you, sweetheart? Nice to see you. Glad you could make it. Some cancers and some other diseases that are classified as such, I tend to think have other causes than the ones that are being touted. So I don't know. I love black eyed peas, but when I eat beans, I poop myself to death. No doctors. Hmm. I think everybody does that. Jake, I'm driving to the office in a sec, then I gotta take CJ home, but I'm here and I'll talk when I can. But, ... Yeah, I think everybody has that reaction to beans. I don't think it's just you. You know, all those cowboy shows where they're all sitting around a campfire eating beans and farting themselves to death? That's why. I'm just messing with you, man. I love the pirate joke, Sasquatch. That's my favorite, LOL. X'd out. Beans are good for your heart. The more you eat, the more you fart. Pokemon joke is cool too. Maniacal laugh. Maniacal laugh. Maniacal laugh. I'm just sitting here watching my background go by. It's been raining all day. How's the weather where you're at? I had a long day at work today. Worked right up till 5 o'clock. That's atypical. Looks like we're going to have a lot of work for the next week. Which is good because I got Christmas to buy still and I got a land payment to make, or taxes, rather. Got to be done by January. Hey, Cheese Bear, good to see you. Had a couple of late meetings. I understand. I'm having a late meeting as we speak. Is it raining where you are, Cheese Bear? It's been raining here all day. That's why I'm asking. April says, I'd like to support you too, Sasquatch. Love the short jokes. Very nice weather, just chilly, huh? Well, maybe what's happening here won't move around. I mean, it's not like storming or anything. It's just steady drizzle. Just wet and cold. Not something you want to get out in if you can help it. Well, I have nothing in particular to talk about tonight. I was hoping you guys would start a subject and I'd just wax rhapsodical. I've been kind of lazy today after work, just kind of chilling. I've been a little under the weather. Yesterday I had an attack with my eye. Thought I was going to go blind. And it was about a 24-hour thing, and then it went away. I felt like I had a nail stuck in my eye. It was bad enough I couldn't drive home. I had to drive like 20 miles an hour to keep from running into anybody because my eyes were squinching up and rolling in the back of my head because I couldn't hold them open. I literally had to drive like this. It was crazy. But it's over now. I have no idea what it was. Something in my eye, I reckon. It's the second time that's happened to me. And now I can barely see. Like I got a fog or a film over my eye. Greetings, Caucasian Sasquatch. I had some wonderful bouillabaisse last night, or tonight. I recall someone needs to submit their bouillabaisse entry. Waiting. What do I want for Christmas? My 2 buck teeth. Hey, Kev. And Jessica Fisher. That's the second person that I've seen type those words in. I think you're a bot. If you are, go away. If you're not, welcome to the show. What does VASF Tech mean? The last person that typed those words in followed it up by saying, please check your mail. I found that to be a little creepy. I did check my mail. Then I checked my email just in case they weren't being literal. Nothing in either one. Can I get a cauldron? Cheesy. Isn't that planet where Princess Leia is from? Anyway, I'll take the subscription even if you are a bot. She's on her way. I was going to tell you something. I forgot what it was. Yeah, we don't need to know that. Aldrin. Oh, I got it. I knew it was something like that. What do I want for Christmas? Your love and undying support. Rocky. Rocky? I've been waiting on you to work the cauldron. Mama makes great bouillabaisse. You need to work some magic. Don't click that. I'm not going to click it. It just seems a little fishy to me. The last one that typed those words, like I said, they asked me to check my mail. I didn't know if they were talking about my mail or my email. If they were talking about my email, they misspelled it. And if they meant my mail, that's creepy. They ain't got no business knowing where I'm at. So, I think that might be what you and I were talking about leaving little weird letters. Bots doing that. I think that's what that is. Why they're on my channel, though, I don't know. It's not like I ever crossed the line or anything. Not like I say anything controversial ever. Hang on a second. I need to open a door. I'll be right back. Don't go nowhere. I'll be right back. And I'm back. They pop up everywhere? I'm wondering about that. They expect you to click it and then check your mail. Then they hijack it. I'm not doing all that. I did check my mail, but it wasn't in relationship to clicking anything. I just went to my mail and checked it, but it wasn't right then either. It was later. Kind of makes you wonder. What the F does that mean? What does what mean? Oh, we're talking about that Jessica person who typed in VASC tech. It's a scam. I don't know exactly how, but it is. Block the Vastech keystroke. I may do that. I'm kind of curious because it could stand for Virginia State Football. I don't think it does, though. I think it's a bot because they don't ever respond. And if they did respond, it wouldn't be human. Like we live in a Black Mirror episode. There's something creepy afoot. The last one, though, I did try to block him, but he was already gone. Like he left a message, but it didn't show up in the messages. I got it on my phone, like a notification. But then when I went to the video, it wasn't in the messages. So he must have put it up and then deleted it. Not now, but after this tomorrow. I'm not going to do it now. Curiosity hacked the email. Yeah. Yes, I got that, Kevin. I didn't think you were calling me babe. Or desiring to ride with me since I'm not going anywhere. I'm pretty good at putting two and two together. Two and two is four 'em, clearly. Yep, it's like my boss man always explaining things to me. I'm like, you could just tell me. You don't have to explain it. I got it. Pretty obvious. Aww. Cheese bear struck by your undying love for one another. It's that sticky, sweet, smoochy kind of love. Grosses everybody out. And is adorable at the same time. I want to be just like you when I grow up. I'm so happy you want to go. See ya. I think she's fucking with you. All right, boys and girls. What's the topic? What are we talking about? You lay it on me. I'm kind of brain dead from a year of putting out television shows 4 times a week. I'm ready for a break. And I ain't gonna get one till after the first year. But at the first of the year, I am gonna take a week off. Don't hate, participate. With what? Myself? I do that regularly. Do you see any gorgeous 17-year-olds running around with IQs high as mine? and tasting the finer things in life, I don't think they exist. I'll stay by myself. There's more than one reason to be a monk. But I can't appreciate it when I see other people participating. And I love to see a good love story. I just don't think it's in the cards for me. Don't get me wrong, I've tried it. I've been a collector, but it's a thing of the past. It's that high expectation thing. Expect too much out of them, they can't deliver. You know, things like loyalty and honesty, brevity, a sense of humor. Things that are really, it's too much to ask for. A desire to mind one's own business. You know, things that the fairer sex just can't do. Yeah, I'm serious though. I love you too. We're going to do something on Friday. If you guys have any particular idea what you'd like, now's the time to say it so I have time to put it together. Friday's my birthday, but I'll be at work nonetheless. And I don't really have a plan, but if there's something you'd like to dig into, tell me about it, and I'll do it. If not, you'll get whatever I come up with. But it'll be something. It's also episode 295. Couldn't land on 300, but we're close. Thank you. Not yet. 2 days. I'll be 84 years old. And my sister's going to cook dinner for me. So I'll probably be full time I get here and get on the podcast because I'll be leaving straight from her house to come get on the show unless I bring my gear with me and do it at her house, which is possible. Depends on our internet situation. I may do that. I think they got better internet than they had. The last time I did it at their house, it was choppy. Wouldn't go through, but I think I can pull it off. And I may very well do that. And if that's the case, then she'll be a special guest on the podcast. That's always fun when she's on because she's not very camera savvy. So she always seems like she's way out of her element when she's on a camera. It's hilarious. I enjoy it. I know that's spiteful and bitter and a little childish, but I'm worth it. There's been a slight pause in my interesting things videos. I've been doing a lot of extra work this week, so I haven't had a chance to get to it, but I will get to it as soon as I have a little free time. And I've got a few of those planned out ahead of time, so they'll be easy to make once I get the time to actually do it. Just got to get there. unfortunately, being so close to Christmas, everybody's ordering their t-shirts. So we've got so many boxes in the office that there's hardly any room to walk around in there. Boxes of t-shirts everywhere. We'll eventually get them all made. And signs and vests. I did a bunch of vests today that have to be printed by hand. So it's very time consuming. So we do have a big machine. You saw that on that video that I did. Looks like an octopus. Me too, busy as crap. It seems like when you get close to the end of the year, that's when all the stuff starts happening. I have a dinner Friday night. I'll try to make it. You'll have to come to North Carolina, but you're invited, of course. Well, good deal. Film some jokes tonight. I have to go to bed as soon as I get off the show because I got to get up early in the morning. I know. Getting up at the ass crack of noon ain't early for some people, but it's early for me, damn it. I need to be in the office at 0700 tomorrow. That's 1 o'clock. Nope, that's 13, never mind. So what's 700? That's 7, right? It goes up to teens after 1 o'clock, right? It's been a while since I've done military time. Seven, yeah, that's what I thought. At noon, then it goes over to 13, right? And so forth and so on. Yeah, I'm lucky I can tell time. Leave me alone. I got my first non-digital watch when I was 15, 14. I think I might have been there earlier than that. It had to be. I think I learned how to tell time at the same time I learned how to count money, which was late for me because I didn't care about those kind of things. I developed my intellect later in life. If you'd have known me when I was a kid, you wouldn't have seen much evidence of it, I don't think. I pretty much slept through school, hated it, hated every minute of it. It was odd, too, because I never made anything above an F all the way through school. They basically promoted me because they were tired of looking at me. Get him out of here. Move to the next grade. And then I got this wild hair up my butt. I wanted to go to college. I'd been quit school since I was 16. I was in my early 20s. I decided I was going to go to college. I don't know how I managed it, but I got in. And they gave me this really big test. An entrance exam is what they called it. And I passed it with flying colors. They accused me of cheating, so they gave me the Regents exam, which is basically the exit exam, and I passed that, and they watched me take that one. And so they let me in as a non-traditional student and made me get my GED while I was taking college courses. So I did that. And then once I was in college, I was a straight A student, honor roll on the dean's list and all that good stuff. And I never could figure that out. And here's the difference. When I was in school, I hated every minute of it. When I was in college, I wanted to be there. That was the difference. And apparently that makes all the difference in the world, and you're paying attention. So I could have done it. I just didn't want to. So now I have an Ivy League education. So many certificates that I've got more than I've got fingers and toes, and a few degrees and a general education diploma. That's proof to anybody that you don't need a high school graduation to be somebody in the world. If you don't believe me, ask Bill Gates. Big difference. Yep. Big difference. Wanting to be there. You little background, the old Jakester. Most people don't know all this stuff unless they're related. And then most of them don't know it anyway. But it's true. Now, I know Mimi no military time because I used to punch a time clock. Went on that time. Military, I meant. Yes. I've punched time clocks too, but I didn't pay attention to what they said. I just showed up on time. I worked in a job one time where I had to walk around and turn a key in a clock to get it to click over. There were like stations with 5 or 6 different clocks, and I had to walk around and turn a key in each clock so they knew that I walked around, you know. It's weird. It's a security guard thing. And if I missed a clock or if I didn't turn it at the right time, an alarm would go off. So it had to be done at the right time every time, 4 or 5 times a night. And that was in my younger days when I worked as a security guard in Florida. I was posted at the Barnum and Bailey circus train wreck, if you ever remember reading about that. Big bad train wreck, killed a lot of people and a lot of animals. I was there, right in the midst of it, watching them drag bodies out from under trains and stuff, trying to keep the media out. There was a plane crash, and then a helicopter crashed on top of the plane crash. It's the weirdest shit you've ever seen. The gist of it is the train crashed because it derailed. God only knows why. And then there was a news helicopter that was flying around trying to film it, and they got too close and hit a guide wire or something, a telephone line, and crashed on top of the train crash. Please, no ginger jokes. What's wrong with a ginger joke? Are you ginger? I got a little ginger in me. Just a little. About that much. See, there's a ginger joke. You didn't even see it coming. And you won't either. There's another one. Got you. Twice. If you get a chance, though, look that up. You might see some pictures of me. Back then, I had a big old filthy mustache, so look for that. It sticks out in the crowd. It's the Ringley Barnum and Bailey Brothers Circus train crash. About 1989, 90, somewhere around there. I can't remember exactly when. Might have been later than that. But it was in that area. Might have been 91. Hard to believe I'm that old, but I am. It seems like just yesterday. I was answering somebody the other day, and I said 2010 as if it was, last year. And then I realized that was 12 years ago. Jesus. Time flies, man. It was just 2009, like yesterday. The older you get, the faster time goes. I'm thinking when I'm 60, if I make it that far, time will just be zipping by like that. And there's number 2. It's definitely a troll. Third name, second in this podcast. Stop it. I'm not interested. Go away. Don't make me get all hackery on you. I will. Thank you. I'm too young to remember 2009. I know, right? That wasn't that long ago. It seems like it was yesterday. Like I just went and saw the Star Trek movie, the new one, the one that came out in 2009. There's been 2 more, and then two more TV shows, 4 more TV shows. And they're talking about it like it's getting ready to be a classic. Been a long time ago. This whole 10 years has flew by. I spent most of it mourning, having my head in the sand. That's probably why it went by so fast, because there wasn't much of it I participated in. But I'm back, and I'm getting things done again, building my life up, dragging myself out of the depression. It was a rough couple of years, though, so I can be forgiven for being that way, I think. But it's time to start living. Time to have a little fun. I don't have much more time on this earth. I'm going to enjoy it while I'm here. I got more days behind me than I do in front of me, put it that way. What say you? How do you feel about it? Do you live one day at a time, or are you looking for the end? You see it coming, or are you trying to ignore it? I can't be the only one. Cheese Bear, what do you do for a living, if you don't mind me asking? I'm curious. Do 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 do. Anybody? Plan for the future, grateful for each day. That's a good way to be. I do not plan for the future. I plan for today. I live today. That's the only way I can get by. That doesn't tell me anything. Your job is alphabet letters? I don't know what LRO stands for. It sounds important, though. Labor Relations Officer. Gotcha. So is that like the Better Business Bureau or something like that? Or is that like human resources kind of thing. Excellent, Caucasian. What is a keto and crime? HR kind of thing? Gotcha. Oh, so you're the one that gets all the Me Too complaints, huh? He touched my butt in the elevator. He said I look pretty today. How dare he ask me to smile? Well, I gathered that much. What do they do on that channel on YouTube? Do they have strange diets and talk about homicide? That's EEO. Is the whole job just uh, 3-letter alphabets? You have like just departments of initials? So I was being funny, but that's exactly what they do, huh? Interesting. We talk about crime while being really thin. I negotiate between union and management. That sounds incredibly boring. Or exciting, depending on what kind of union it is. So you're one of the people that make sure the guys get the good pay and they get all the breaks that they ask for and are required to get and all that kind of stuff. Negotiate salaries and I understand. There is a department that issues letters to 3-letter organizations. Is there a department that issues letters to 3-letter organizations? I have an arbitration tomorrow. Cool. I don't do anything that exciting. I used to be the manager of a big, small corporation, but that's kind of went belly up. At one time, I had probably 7 or 8 employees and 2 trucks on the road at all times. Oh, CJ staying another night. Cool. I interpret the laws and statutes and guide management to appropriate actions. Union has the other side of the table. Gotcha. That's very cool. Very cool job. You must got to be tough to do that job. Got to let them know you mean business. I've done a little bit of that sort of thing. negotiating for money and that sort of thing, setting up shows, and it's kind of the same, but it's kind of not. But it is negotiation, so I understand the concept. Done a little contract work. I can write a pretty good contract. Yes, and the really cool departments like mine have 4 letters. Wow. Even the FBI don't have 4 letters. Unions love you, I bet. They either love you or are terrified of you. Either way is good for you, huh? I used to have to explain to people repetitively why a group of rednecks demand the kind of money that my band used to demand. I'm like, well, you understand that when you have to call the police to shut the front door because it's a fire hazard to let any more people in, you'll understand why we get the big bucks. But alas, those days are in the past. Not that guy anymore. It was quite the adjustment, too. I walked around like an asshole for about 4 years, thinking I was still the same guy, demanding the same kind of attention when I walk in a room and getting mad if people didn't treat me with a certain kind of respect that I deserved. And I'm like, oh, yeah, I'm a nobody again. I got to get used to that. It took me a little while to get that chip off my shoulder. Some argue that it's still there. But I try. I try to humble myself, be one of the guys. I've even played in a few bands where I was the sideline guy. I wasn't even in the front. That's kind of what I'm doing now. Kind of hard to be the main guy when your voice craps out on you. But I did it for 15 years. 100% singing all the time. Rock and roll, yelling at the top of my lungs. Probably amazing that my voice lasted as long as it did. You wouldn't think that singing would take as much out of you as it does, but it does. It takes a lot out of you. It's very physically demanding if you do it right. And I did it right. Kind of missed those days. But it's time to do something different. But I have good memories and lots of videos. So one day I'm going to get those videos converted over to digital so I can put them on the internet and share them with you. See, when I started this band, we didn't have Facebook and YouTube and all that stuff. Matter of fact, I can't even imagine how we survived without it, but we did. But there was no emphasis on filming and all of that stuff, so we didn't really put a lot of stock into it. So the videos that I have are all like with a camcorder from the audience perspective, like looking over everybody. They're all far away, and there's a lot of audience noise. Sometimes you can barely even hear the band because the audience is so loud. So they're not very good videos, but they're fun to watch, just to remember those nights, I guess. Especially if you were there. If you're not there, I can imagine how that'd get old. Hey, Diego, what's happening, brother? Glad you're a good boy. Just sitting here reminiscing about the old days. How are you doing today? Just briefly talking about my days as a front man in a rock and roll band. What that was like, to some degree. Of course, I'm open. Anything you want to talk about, just holler it out and we'll go from there. April says, hello, Diego. She sends her love. Cheese Bear says, good evening, Diego. Glad to see you. What made you a good boy today? Diego says, Caucasian, how are you, my friend? I think she's asking why you said you were a good boy. We're all on the edge of our seats. We want to know. Inquiring minds. I'm chilling like a villain. Gelling like Magellan. Well, Kevin, I just fell again. On my knees this time. Outside, tripping over your outlet cords. Trying to fix the elf and Mickey that were laying over. That sounds like you've got a typical Florida front yard. Do you have any flamingos? You should have a flamingo. Are you okay, April? Says Cheese Bear. I personally think it's hilarious. Yeah, she stopped to text that while she was falling. She said, yeah, I'm not dead yet. But do you have any flamingos in your front yard? You should have a flamingo. I hate inflatables and hat them. What are you excited about, Caucasian? I'm excited about why Diego is a good boy. I know he is. I'm just wondering why this time. I think we all are. It is a pressing topic. We must know. It should have theme music. Something akin to Ted Koppel. Da, 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 da. Do, 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 do. Diego is amazing. Yep, I agree. I am confident Diego is a good boy, but I would like to know how he exemplified it today. All right, Diego, the floor is all yours, buddy. Hmm. I'm about to start making stuff up. Mm. Anybody been watching the new Star Trek? No, I texted it when I got back to my phone. I'm driving now, so I can't talk. But I'll be right back. Never say you'll be right back. You'll be the first to die. I'll be right back. The floor to explain to everybody why you've been a good boy. You left us all hanging. You said, I've been a good boy, ... and then said nothing else. Everybody's dying to know what's up. What happened? Oh, believe me, if anybody can trip while they're in a car driving down the highway, it's April. '80s or horror rules notwithstanding. Yep, that was a Scream joke. I bet he saved a puppy. I'm thinking he thwarted UFOs and saved a puppy. Maybe helped an old lady across the street in the process. What do you think? I'm thinking this is the Mexican equivalent to how do you keep an idiot in suspense? I'll tell you later. You think he gave away a winning lottery ticket? That's a good one. Maybe, oh. Maybe he helped an old lady across the street. Yes. Nope. He just woke up and had waffles and went to church. Well, I will admit that's not as exciting as what I had in mind, but thank you for sharing. That's creepy that we both said that. Waffle House is a sin. It depends on whether or not you've ever worked at one. I'm still trying to get to Waffle House. And after that, we went to Ross to buy myself some new pants and shoes. You are indeed a good boy. I watched the Kyle Rittenhouse interview with Steven Crowder today. That was interesting and informative. If you haven't seen it, I highly encourage you to do so. Huddle House, yes. But don't tell Mama. She takes cooking seriously. He even makes her own butter. Man, that is serious. I like Huddle House too, much better than Waffle House. And they serve hamburgers. You saw it too, Caucasian? It was a good interview. If that kid ain't careful, he'll be president. He most certainly could be. I bet you a lot of people are offering him all kinds of things right now. April says, I'm parked now, so if I trip, it's my own fault. Be careful getting out of the car, says Cheese Bear. Make sure you got both feet under you. April says, I used to be a Waffle House employee. I'd like to offer him the Fifth Amendment. Stay quiet. He's in the clear now. He can't be charged for nothing. It'd be double jeopardy. Forever. After that, we had dinner. After working on the nativity scene and Christmas decorations. Fish and chips. Steak, rice, and beans. Well, that's odd. Fish and steak. Chips and rice. That's 2 meats and 2 starches. With beans. A buffet was our dinner. Or a buffet if you're from Alabama. Sounds like a great day, Diego. Happy for you. Yes, positively picturesque. I worked all day and then came home and ate a hamburger and a Twinkie. I'm 50 yards from a Waffle House, so I bring home waitresses. Sounds fun. I think she's a good girl. But I hear you. Then you listen to some classical music. Interesting. Yeah, I think the boy in that song is trying to use and abuse the girl. Like a vampire walking through the valley, moving west down Ventura Boulevard. I don't think he's a good boy. But I digress. Don't worry, I didn't misbehave. Well, I'm glad you had a picturesque day. Those are hard to come by. Enjoy it while you have them. Good Tom Petty song, though. Cheese Bear is confident you would be. Delete message. I gotta ask you something. Is it just me, or is my background moving? I am confident you were very well behaved, Diego. All proper like a British boy. Thank you, sir. Can I have another? Only with better teeth. So, anyway, Friday when we get together, it'll be my birthday, and we're going to do something. Whatever you'd like to do. If you have any ideas, shoot them out now, and we'll do them. If not, I'll come up with something. And it'll probably be one-sided. I don't misbehave. Y'all know me. Yes, we do, Diego. You are the man. Very well behaved. Very knowledgeable. Very intuitive. But you have weird taste in meat. If there's anybody you'd like for me to debunk, Diego, now would be a good time to tell me, because Friday I'm just going to be free falling it. We're going to be doing something, even if it's wrong. Oh, we know, Diego. We're likewise playing around with you. Just teasing you. You'd know we didn't like you if we didn't give you a hard time. I'm on 21 and I still have a long way to go. You talking about age? Well, yeah. If you're 21, I'd enjoy the hell out of that. I was wide open at 21. I slept 4 hours a night and was bouncing off the walls the rest of the time. Chemicals were involved. Yeehaw. That's all I can say. And I stayed that way till I was about 36. And then I started slowing down. It's amazing what youngins will do to you. Well, 34, somewhere in that area. 2004, however old I was then. That's when I started easing up off the gas pedal a little. I'm drifting off, everyone. It was a long day, and I'm up early tomorrow. Good night and sweet dreams. I'm not far behind you, Cheese Bear. I'm with you, honey. We can sleep together, separately. Been a long day for me, too. Had a long day at work today. I'll have a long day at work tomorrow. But I'm going to take it easy Friday. I still got to work, but it won't be as hard. Good night, Cheese Bear. Sweet dreams. We love you, and we'll see you Friday. Be there or be rectangular. What? Huh? What? What do you say? I think you're referring to we can sleep together separately. I meant literally. Or figuratively. However you look at it. I meant I'll be sleeping. You'll be sleeping. Separate places. Same time. Long day. You know. Huh? Huh? What do you say? Or were you referring to the be there or be rectangular? That's a Quentin Tarantino joke. You'd have to see the movie Pulp Fiction to get that. The joke was be there or be square. And he drew an outline when they did that, except he shot in 70 millimeters, so it came out as a rectangle. Film humor. Did you hear that? My stomach just growled. Shut up, you ate the last time I did. You don't hear me complaining about it. For some reason, my stomach has decided to start growling, and I'm not hungry. My body's turning against me. Hey, Diego and Squatch, I have been listening, watching hockey, and working. Now I have CJ here. There's his fourth one. Different letters this time. Stay away from me. Get out of here. Shoot. Worse than an old housefly. You get out of here. That's weird, isn't it? What are your plans, Jake, for Friday night? Well, I'm going to work. Then when I get off work, I'm going to go run over to my sister's house and have a home-cooked meal. And then I'm going to run from my sister's house home and get on the podcast and do a podcast. And then I'm going to pass out. That's it. That's my plans for Friday. I know. It's not the most exciting birthday in the world, but it's the one I've got, so. I'll be 84 years old Friday. Jake, I love you, and I hope you have a great night, everybody. I'm out of here. Love you all. May God bless you. Thank you, April. I love you too. Have a good night. I'll see you Friday. God bless all. Love you true. Hey, that's my line. You can have it. I love you true too. Enjoy yourself. Don't trip over anything when you leave. And that's about it for me tonight, too, fellers. My stomach's growling, and I'm feeling the sleepiness coming on, so I'm going to hit the sack. I'm not even going to watch the news tonight. I'm just going straight to bed. I love you guys. Thank you so much for hanging out with me and indulging in the random rants and the, wandering words and Chit-Chat-a-Tat. I enjoy it. I hope you enjoy it as much as I do. God bless y'all. I love you true. Thanks for watching.